And welcome back to episode 2. This one is about the new Texas state anti-abortion law that has recently been introduced. It's shocking on several fronts. One, primarily because the Constitution of America is supposed to keep church and state separate, and yet, by their own admission, this was because of Christian beliefs. This law was brought in. And that's the wrong reason to bring a law in. Unless there is proof of what the religion says, it should be treated as a work of fiction. It shouldn't be used as the basis for legislation. I'm more than welcome to let people believe whatever they want. The soup dragon, the spaghetti monster, anything. But without evidence, it is wrong to restrict people's rights based on a possible work of fiction. Otherwise, we'll be basing legislation on 1984, Jurassic Park, all sorts of books of fiction. And it's wrong. It shouldn't be done like that. It's up to the woman, in my opinion, to deal with her pregnancy her way. Whether she bases her decision on religion or personal grounds, it's not for us to decide. It is the woman that's got to do the majority of the work in the first 9 months and the majority of the work after the first 9 months as well. So it's up to her to decide. We all have bad days. We all make mistakes. Even the most careful person can become pregnant. And, I mean, there is no 100% foolproof method, apart from abstention, of not becoming pregnant. And we should help the women to come to terms with their decision. We shouldn't put barriers up to make women's life more hell. It's wrong for states or governments to legislate about basically the removal of a parasite, because without modern technology, most unborn babies would die even up to just before birth. I mean, like a couple of weeks before birth, most babies would be unviable without modern technology and modern medication. So up until that point, they should be classed as a parasite, and it's up to the mother to decide what to do with the parasite, whether she feels strong enough to have the parasite born, or whether she isn't and she needs help. Yes, I do think there should be a date, a cut-off on when you can have an abortion, but I don't think it should be 6 weeks. I think the woman needs a bit more time than that to come to terms with it. It can take some women almost 8 weeks before they realise they're pregnant. Some women never realise they're pregnant until they give birth. Granted, that is few, but it's wrong for the state to do this. And thankfully, President Biden is doing something about it. I've not agreed with a lot of what he's done over the last few weeks, but this I fully support the president on. He's taking legal advice and seeking action against the state of Texas for passing this law, because we all believe it's unconstitutional. Even Texas themselves say it is unconstitutional. And yet they've passed law knowing it's going to be against the Constitution. They've put workarounds in to try and get around the Constitution. That's not exactly American. The world is supposed to be looking up to America as a moral lead, supposed to be. And yet over the last few years, there has been no moral lead in America. I think it's about time that America woke up and realised that they are the role model to many countries of what life should be like. And forcing women to do things sounds very much Talibanish to me. I wonder why Joe Biden pulled out of Afghanistan. Is it he doesn't disagree with the way the Taliban will run the country because that's what he's doing to America? I hope not, Mr. Biden. I really do. Anyway, I'm going to keep this short. Thank you for watching. I shall love you and leave you. And see you again soon.